Thomas Meyer says in his notes, this is a collection that requires a second look. At first glance, you don't see all that's going on. I think that's one of the most interesting things about Thomas Meyer at Bottega Veneta. The clothes have this reputation for having a kind of chicness that exists outside fashion. I love the idea that this collection came out of an exploration of control and chaos. Can you explain that?
Well, it's because I wanted to have a very longiligne, very pulled, long silhouette. I like to have something that looks very rigorous and very, very clean with no much embellishment on it.
I thought it was just really beautiful and subtle, and if it's evocative of a sort of femininity from maybe 40 or 50 years ago. Even the lengths in this season, when you're seeing everything, cut way up to here, the lengths were below the knee, and, all of that draping combined with the lower lengths and the neutral colors really does give the whole thing a kind of wistful feeling.
It's very subtle, but the clothes inside are so beautifully made. They're so engineered to fit the body absolutely perfectly. Even when they're light, they have a weight to them. You saw the linens are double-faced, so they hang perfectly. And, one thing that's so important is they're clothes that look good on women who are sort of as young as the girls on this catwalk, but they look really good on women who are 60-plus as well.
There were pleats that were pleated in all kinds of directions. There were skirts that had pleats, but no pleats were the same. These are all things that you can only do by hand.
I actually think what's really intriguing about them is that he does put his own little twist on this story.
You have all these pleated choices that were all totally controlled, up to the belt, and then completely let loose, but it's all constructed underneath.
The palette here was a million different shades of taupe, and that felt very fresh to me. It seems funny to say that neutrals can feel fresh and like a departure, but they did.
Some of the proportions do have this sort of Slim Aaron's kind of good life quality about them.
There was something a little bit Grace Kelly in there.
I always think of Bottega as, it really is a beyond fashion house. This is, I think, Thomas's best show ever.